about to do is a full body circuit. We're going to hit all of our major muscle groups, and you don't need any equipment, just your body weight. So the first exercise we're going to do is our old favourite, the squat. We're going to put 1 minute on the clock, and what we want to do is really focus on good technique here. It's not about how fast you can go, it's about getting all the muscles activating, and it's about getting your body in the right position, okay? So what we want to do is keep the knees back in line with or behind the toes. I don't want to see you pushing your knees forward, okay? Nice, controlled movement. The weight should be back in your heels, so your heels should stay on the ground, and as we come up, we want to contract the glutes. So that's your bottom. You want to be activating those muscles to help you squeeze back up. We shouldn't be doing all the work from the quads. And this exercise actually hits all the muscles in your legs. We're getting quads, we're getting glutes, we're getting a little bit of hamstrings, we're even getting a little bit of calves. So this is a fantastic lower body exercise. And in 5 seconds, we have finished our minute. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Whew. Getting nice and warm. So that's our squat. So we're going to pair that up with a deadlift. So the squat is quite heavy on the quads. The deadlift is a little bit more dominant for the hamstrings. So another minute on the clock here. And what we're going to be doing is just soft knees. We're going to reach all the way down to the floor and then squeeze up. Now the difference here between a squat and a deadlift is that we're really pushing from the hips rather than bending so much from the knees. So you'll feel a lot more activity happening through the back of the legs, through those hamstrings. And we're balancing out that squat with a little bit of extra focus on the back of the legs here. Okay, we're about halfway through our minute. Nice and controlled. Feel the stretch and then squeeze on the way up. Now, if you wanted to, you could obviously add some weight here, make it a little bit harder for yourself. But just with your body weight is a great exercise. We have 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. That's our legs done. So we're going to move on to upper body. So we're going to do everybody's favorite. We're going to do some push-ups. Now I'm going to do my push-ups on my knees, but if you want a more advanced version, go ahead and do them on your toes. I'm going to again give you the side version. So you want a nice straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Okay, 1 minute on the clock here. And we're going to lower our chest all the way down as close to the floor as we can, but we don't want to rest on the floor, okay? We want to keep those muscles activated throughout the whole movement, okay? And you want to keep that nice straight line through your spine. What we don't want to do is be worming up, okay? We don't want bums up in the air. All right, keep yourself nice and strong and straight, and make sure you're feeling the muscles in your chest, across the front of your shoulders and your chest. Those are the active muscles here. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds left on the clock. Push-ups are one of the exercises that I need to keep working on to get better at. My upper body strength is not as good as my lower body. Okay, and last 5 seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, getting nice and warm. Okay, so now we've done the lower body, we've done the chest. Really important that we balance it out by also getting our back, because we all tend to be a little bit rounded through the chest. So if you've got a flat wall that you can come up against, I want you to put yourself up against the wall. Elbows and wrists stay on the wall. I'm going to try not to knock my picture down here. And we're going to press our hands all the way up, keeping those elbows and wrists against the wall and squeezing down. Doesn't look like much, but if you keep pressing that wrist and those elbows back into the wall, you'll feel all those muscles on the back of the shoulders, in between your shoulder blades. All those muscles are going to start firing up. This is a really great exercise to help correct your posture, and a good way to balance out our tight chests. Really helps to open up through the chest. trying really hard not to knock these pictures down off the wall. Okay, we're going to go for 10 more seconds here. Nearly done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, made it. Alright, so we've done our lower body, we've done our upper body. Now we're going to finish by getting our core. So we'll start with just your plain old basic crunch. One of my favorite go-to exercises for core. Alright, so we're going to start here, 1 minute on the clock. Now the key to a good crunch is to make sure you're not arching your back. You want to tuck your pelvis in, press your low back into the floor, pull your belly button in nice and tight, and as you're crunching up, you should get a nice C shape through your spine. So you want to really be pulling those muscles nice and short and closer to each other. We don't want to be flinging ourselves up and using our hips. We want to be curling ourselves up and really focusing on those abdominal muscles. Now I use my hands just to give my head a little bit of support, but I don't want to see you pulling your head forward. Those hands are just there for support to help you stay in a comfortable position. And we've got about 10 more seconds here. Keep going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the front of the abs. Now it's important that we always balance ourselves out, so we're going to do a little something for the lower back as well. So we're going to do a Superman. So you're going to be laying on your tummy, and what we're going to do is just be lifting the hands and the feet at the same time. Now if that's too hard for you, you can just do one arm and one leg at a time. That's a much lower intensity version. But if you want to make it a little bit trickier, lifting hands and feet at the same time. And when we do this, we're actually hitting all the muscles down the whole posterior chain. So we're getting the back of the arms, back of the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, the lower back, the glutes, and the hammies. Everything's activating here to lift us up. And it's called a Superman because you look like you're flying when you're at the top. Okay, we've got about 15 seconds left on the clock here. Keep going. Nearly done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. You made it.